We want to stay on time, and again, as always, thanks for taking time to be here. I know everybody's busy, and we hope that these things are beneficial. I mentioned again, Holly was with is she Holly Escobedo? Said that right, right, Holly?
Hmm.
And she is with Picnic Time. It's Picnic Promotions, Picnic Time Promotions. You guys say Picnic Promotions or Picnic Time Promotions?
Picnic time, and then our website is picnicpromotions.com.
Got it. And we'll get that posted into the chat here so you guys can check that out as well. But Holly was with us in October. I know
Hmm.
last month was Mike Contreras with ETS Express, who's been on several times. This is actually, I think I was, Brett hosted that. So this is my first time back in a couple of months. But Holly was with us in October of last year. Um, Going into this, we love Picnic Time and the items that they have. Admittedly, I say a lot that our industry has a lot of solutions searching for problems. At the end of the day, we know that everybody here is trying to engage better with their customers and their employees. And the things that we provide are primarily used to that end. There's a lot of other ways that they get used, but they generally fall in those two buckets. And Picnic Time, has and Holly can correct me on this, but they kind of started retail and have backed into our industry. So there's sort of a very practical side to the products they make. They're useful. As an example, my family and I took a vacation to Florida in like the fall, and Holly actually helped me get one of those sort of collapsible, wagons so that we could drag stuff back and forth with our kids to the beach. So this is stuff that is quality and useful in everyday life, and so we think it still has a definite place. But we want to, we're bringing her back because we want to keep making sure that everybody sees the options that they have and can continue to evaluate how they can use them. And I know, Holly, that you guys have had some record sales recently, and you're excited to talk about that and the things that you have to offer. So again, I appreciate everyone on our side being here. Holly, thanks for being here early in California. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to you. And everybody, please be reminded, like, this is a presentation, but please step in, either chat. You can pop questions into the chat. You can feel free to unmute and ask a question, and we will do the same. So, Holly, take it away.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Please feel free to join in the conversation and ask any questions at any time. Super happy to be here. Love sharing picnic time with as many people as I can. Love working for Picnic Time out here in California. And like we were saying, Picnic Time is a retail branded company. This is actually our 41st year in business, and we've been in the promo industry for about half of that time. So, quite some time there. And over the last 2 years, we've had record breaking sales. And so, wanting to kind of keep on that upward trend and trajectory, we kind of sat down and decided what are our key elements, what do we see as what makes us successful is on the promo side of the business. So we have narrowed that down to three different keys, and that they are quality, service, and purpose. So quality, all of Picnic Time's products are backed by our built to last lifetime guarantee. That's something not a lot of suppliers have in the industry, something we're very proud of. We want to make sure that all of you are aware of that. Our defective rate is less than half of 1%. So chances are nothing's ever going to go wrong with the product. But if anything ever did at any time, we will replace, refund, or find you an alternative item. So we use the highest quality print methods with silk screening, full color processes, sublimation, digital printing, embroidery, laser engraving, and we have factories all over the world, in China, India, and in Mexico. And then with service, we have a very small, focused, dedicated team here in the promotional side. And we actually, in the office, our production team works about 10 feet behind us in the warehouse, and we work hand in hand with them on every order to make sure that the logos are the correct size, the right colors, that we're using the best print method for that logo. Sometimes, we'll say, oh, let's run it this way. And then we get that first run. We always check the first runs off the line, and we might look at it and go, you know what? This we can do better, and we want to make sure that we're providing everyone with the highest quality products and those print methods. So, and our proof time is 24 to 48 hours, always has been, even over the last couple of years during COVID and the upside down world that we've been living in. We've never wavered from that. 24 to 48 hours production time, 3 to 5 business days. So we're very fast with all of that. And then before we get into the website, our last key element, which is what we think helps us to really stand out, is purpose. And it's actually my favorite thing about Picnic Time, because all of our products are made with the intention of bringing family and friends together, bringing people together to create memories. And we really love this on the promotional side. It fits really well because we know that, if you're receiving one of our items as a gift, it's such a great way to say thank you. And because you're using these products over and over again and creating experiences and memories along the way, you're going to remember when and where you received the gift, who you received the gift from, why you received it. And so it's just a great way, our products, of, really bringing in some good longevity into logos and keeping that end user who's receiving the gift remembering, where they got everything from and why, and wanting to come back. Or if it's an employee, work harder and be proud of where they work and be thankful of the people they work for. And so we just have so many great produces like that. So I'm going to
Holly,
share my,
just really quick,
yes.
just two things, and then I'll let you get
Mhm.
going with the website because I know people
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
are excited to see some stuff. But give me the three, just the 3 points again.
hmm
First,
Quality, service, and purpose.
quality, service, and purpose. And then so the thing I want to say about the purpose part is that to me is probably it's the part that you and probably anybody who would work for a company like yours would be most really, these days it's something that everyone cares a lot about for every company they work with is why are we doing this?
Mhm.
Um, and what I would say is to me, the purpose is where we start to connect um, how this, as you see these things and you're going, man, that's really cool. And then there tends to be the drop off of like, okay, how do I use it? To me, the purpose and understanding the result of giving these things to people with this idea of, these things about bringing people together, et cetera, is how we start to connect the dots to get a better idea of how we, what are the use cases that make sense for the
Mhm.
products that you're about to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think, anytime you're receiving a gift, it's anytime you're receiving something, promotional, it's like, oh, this is cool. But sometimes we know that you're receiving things that, oh, this is nice. And then you put it away and you never use it, or it breaks and ends up in the trash, or you have it, but you're like, I don't really remember where I got this from. It's not. So it's about the intention, right? Why are you giving these gifts to your employees, to people coming to your events? Why are you doing it? Or what type of experience are you trying to create for that end user? And so we believe with purpose with our products is that you're able to create an experience for the person who's receiving the gift so that they can take that item and continue on with it and have, lots of fun experiences outdoors and with their family and friends. And again, create memories with them. So um, let's see.
So I shared the website in the chat. You can feel free to either follow along with Holly or you can also just look around. And she's going to start showing you some stuff, which I know you're excited to see.
Okay. So can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right. So we are on picnicpromotions.com and we actually just upgraded our website. So there's a lot more detailed information on here about the products when you come on. So that's really helpful. And we're going to go over here to home and we are going to actually, we're going to go over here, shop by brand. So we actually have over 450 different SKUs, and we are no longer just known for picnic baskets. The full name of our company now is actually Picnic Time Family of Brands. So we have 4 different brand lines. So of course, we'll start with the original, which is Picnic Time. And what I love about the picnic timeline is, again, bringing in that purpose. People will ask me, how am I using a picnic basket in promotion? Where am I using it? And the truth is, we know that people aren't rushing out to get a picnic basket. They're not waking up in the morning going, oh, I forgot I needed to get that picnic basket. But again, it is the perfect way to say thank you. Thank you for all your hard work. Thank you for your dedication, for your service. Thank you for coming to this event. Now, here is a wonderful, beautiful item that you can take out and go create memories with. And especially in the picnic timeline, we get people that will say, wow, I've never really been on a real picnic, or I haven't been on a picnic in years, and now I get to take my children on their first picnic or my grandchildren on their first picnic. So it's a really, really great way to, get people to go out, create those memories. I know I gift picnic baskets all the time. They're great for anniversaries, for weddings. They're also great for kitting. We have a lot of empty totes you can see here in our picnic totes. And over the last couple of years, we've done a ton of kitting. So this is one of our top sellers, the Promenade. So you can kit, you could put in a blanket, you could put in a cheese board, you can kit from other companies as well. We can kit from our products and from other company products. So this line has services for 2, for 4, and again, those empty totes and some fun new ways to picnic. Classic picnic baskets, and of course backpacks and coolers and things like that. So our next line is Oniva, and this is everything outdoors. This is our largest line, encompasses the majority of our SKUs, and this line is great. This is everything. So you're thinking chairs, wagons, coolers, backpacks, beach. So this line,
That's the one you guys did for me for my trip. So in the
and you
picture.
know what, when you brought that up, I was like, my husband just asked me the other day, are you ever going to get a wagon? Because we like to use it. We want one when we go to the beach. And I'm like, yes, I need to get one this season for sure. But of course, we need the sun to come out before we can go to the beach anyway. So I have a little more time. So we have anything you can think of for outdoors in this line. And this line is created with the intention of bringing people together, bringing communities together in a way such as like tailgating, beach days, outdoor events. So this line really has worked in every industry because there are just so many options to choose from.
Let
And
me let
yeah,
me
go
jump
ahead.
in and just say one thing. So one thing we get asked for a lot, and to make this really practical is, I know that we've gotten asked for bag chairs and folding chairs a lot. And one of the things when you get into a chair like that is, I don't know if this will make sense, but like you get kind of like there's this dividing line in our industry between something that you would consider like a giveaway or a promotional item, and then jumps to something that is, practical, useful, and can be, I don't know, stand up to the uses that it actually has, coming for it. So, a chair that you want to take to your kids' sports game, a chair that you want to take to the volleyball tournaments or whatever. And
Mhm.
I I have struggled at times to find like a bag chair or something that is really high quality, that is something that is on the level with what they might go buy at retail if they do go to a lot of games on the weekends, and et cetera. That's to me where this stuff slots in from you guys, is that it hits that quality level that someone would be going to a Cabela's or an Academy or to wherever they're going to go to actually say,
Yeah.
I need a chair that I'm really going to take with me on the weekends, is going to be my go-to for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a bit higher price point, but it's definitely a higher quality product.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, I own tons of picnic time items. And I can tell you that when, like, for instance, the outdoor rocking chair, one of my favorite items, I will never go to, a sporting event or to the park, any, type of outdoor event in a regular chair anymore. I am obsessed with the outdoor rocking chair. And every time we go out, people come up and they're like, where did you get that chair? I need to buy one of those chairs. So our products definitely stand out. Again, that high quality, and they're built to last. So, like I said in the beginning, they're not going to break down. But if anything ever happened, we'll replace it for you right away, like within 24 hours. So it's a win-win
What are
for
the
everybody.
minimums on those chairs? Like, just without spending a bunch of time on it. Like, if somebody was like, you know what, I
Sure.
really love the idea. Yeah. So it looks like 16 pieces.
16, but you can always do half. You can do half of any MOQ, so you can go as low as 8.
I know we'll talk about here in a little while the whole on demand. If there's things in shops, we can touch on that here in a little while as well.
Perfect. So yeah, we have so many items in this line to choose from. A lot of great new. Oh, another thing I wanted to let you guys know is that Picnic Time is constantly coming out with new items. We used to come out with new items in Q1 and in Q3. Q1 would be Picnic Time and Oniba, kind of outdoor spring summer line. And then Q3 would be Toscana and Legacy, our fall winter more indoor lines. And but over the last couple of years, we've learned that we just got to go with the flow on things because you never know what's going to happen. So we actually are just rolling out product as it comes. We have a great product development team that is constantly working on ideas. So there's always something new and exciting at Picnic Time, always. So you definitely want to keep up on what we have going on here. Let's see. So let's head over to Toscana, another one of my favorite lines. This is all of our indoor serveware. And this line is created with the intention of bringing people together in what we consider, a very meaningful and intimate way. And that is breaking bread, right? Gathering around the table, having your family and friends around, and sharing stories from the last time you all were together and creating new memories. But again, that, intimate table setting. So you're going to get artisan planks, pebble boards, cheese boards, serving ladders. We have a beautiful Lazy Susan. And this line does really well for realtors, home construction, banking, finance, anything kind of home related. It's great at the holidays. We sell a ton out of this Toscana line in the holidays. And this line, going back to Oniba, anything that's fabric is going to include a one color, one position silk screen. Anything that's wood includes 5 square inches of laser engraving. You can always upgrade, go bigger, change your decoration method on the fabric items if you want to. But again, these include that laser engraving, which I think is absolutely beautiful on these products. And I do the majority of my gifting out of this line. So lots of great
So I
options
was just going
here.
to jump in and say, Holly, this is to me, another example. The Toscana line is, our industry has lots of cutting boards. Um, this is that jump to me to the retail quality level for the
Hmm.
products that you're seeing.
Yeah,
The stuff that people would go in and buy at retail.
yeah, absolutely. And when you see it in person, we're really big on samples. We like to get products out into your hands so that you can really see it, feel it, experience the quality of it to truly, get a good understanding of the product itself. Because, like you said, a lot of times people will be like, "Oh, we've done a million tote bags. Oh, I've seen a million cutting boards," but until you can really see our products in person, and we really do have that retail, that wow factor. If you're receiving one of these items as a gift, you're like, oh my gosh, like, this is amazing. So, yeah, good stuff. And then our last line is legacy. So this is all of our beer, wine, and spirits, of course, designed around celebration, bringing people together to celebrate. We have
You're talking to our Kentucky peeps now. Now you finally got where they wanted us to go with.
we have wine totes, we have craft beer items, beer flights. This is a new wine flight. These are actually quite large. They're 16 ounces. So this is really a 2 to 4 person wine flight. But we've had people tell us, they'll put different milks in there, milk, chocolate milk, strawberry, put cookies around it for the kids, use it at a brunch, put different juices in there, and fruits and crackers around it, and have a mimosa bar. So, and then we have a lot of great items in here for executive gifting. Let's see. Let me see if I can find some of our tabletop bar sets here. Really great items for executive gifting. Again, the higher the price point, the lower the MOQ. So this one is 10. You can always go as low as 5, but just a beautiful, beautiful, nice tabletop bar set here.
Tell
So
me
I
real
love.
quick, Holly, on something like that. Would that be decorated on the outside of the case, most likely?
Yeah, but on a lot of our items, you can also do decoration on some of the inside pieces as well. So you could like laser engrave the shaker. I believe we can silk screen on the glass as well. This one has some smaller tools, but some of them come with bigger stirring options and different shakers and bottles, and so you can always um,
And the beer
do those
caddy
items
that
as
you
well.
just rolled by, I think that was in our kit this go around. Is that right?
Yeah,
I
the
believe it.
beer caddy is very popular, great at the holidays. I actually gave one to my 25-year-old son. He likes Star Wars. I did a license piece for him, and he loves it. And you don't have to. It's called the beer caddy, but you don't have to put beer in it. You could put root beer in it. You could put soda in it. It's just a really fun item. I love the beer caddy. So here you can see on the whiskey box set, we have one with a decanter, one without. This is a great example. A lot of people will upgrade and do laser engraving on the glasses, on the coasters, the decanter, and depending on the logo, we can also do the stones as well. So beautiful,
Not to
beautiful
put you on the
holiday
spot,
gift.
but I am a little confused about the pricing on those two. The one with the decanter shows cheaper.
Yeah, the reason being is that the original one is the box is oak, and the box on the new one with the decanter is a para wood. So it's
Okay.
still beautiful. It's still really high quality, and the wood is still beautiful. But the original one is made out of oak, so that's why it's a little more expensive.
More relative to the box.
Yeah, yeah. So, and then, to round out purpose, I'm going to pull up here. We, like I said, we come out with new products all year long. And this year, we are excited to be jumping into the eco friendly realm and have introduced 3 new products in our Tirana line: the Tirana backpack, the Tirana lunch bag, and the Tirana tote bag. These are all made of recycled plastics and are backed by the Climate Friendly Pledge, which is combined with our commitment to help reduce our carbon footprint. So, if you're looking for something in the eco friendly realm, we do have 3 products now. And of course, our wood items, we use acacia wood, bamboo, rubber wood. The majority of our woods are considered sustainable woods, but this is really, our first big step into the eco-friendly realm. And they're based off of our three top selling products. So this one is based off of our Zuma backpack, and each one comes in three different colors. And you can see here, let's see if let me switch. The bottom is a cooler, and then the top part actually has mesh siding. So this is great for the beach, the pool, the lake. You can put your drinks and snacks down here at the bottom. If you're coming back with a wet bathing suit or towel or anything like that, you've got this mesh breathable siding on there. And it's just a really, really beautiful backpack. Has, pockets for your drinks, and so that one is based off of our Zuma. And then we have our new Tirana lunch tote. Comes with this little placemat here that you can put in your straw and your pipe straw cleaner, and then your utensils. Again, this one also has two compartments. You have the bottom cooler, and then the top part where you can put your dry goods in.
Just to
And
confirm, the utensils they're not included in that, or are they?
they are. Yeah.
They
So
are. Okay.
you're getting this whole little set here. Yeah. Which I love. So that's a great one for, companies to use for employees going back to the office, or just as, maybe a yearly, like an anniversary gift. I really, really like that one. We have a lot of people in our office that use the new Tirana lunch bag. And then this one is based off of our top selling Topanga. And it's basically just the eco-friendly version of the Topanga. It's insulated. The insulation on this holds for like 24 hours, won't leak. We can't say things are leak proof, because if they have a zipper, if you turn them upside down, eventually it will leak. So, but they're not going to leak from the bottom. So, and each one in the Tirana line comes just in these three colors right now. You got the blue. This is called a halo gray. It's kind of an off-white color. And then, of course, black. And yeah, did you want me to go
It's
ahead?
interesting to look through and see kind of you breaking down the each item and looking at the images just helps better understand. Again, it's like at first glance, these images you can associate them in your mind and kind of dismiss them as like, oh, I've seen these products in our industry. But I appreciate some of the detail you're given, and just again, speaking to quality.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see, here on our images how large this bag is. I think it holds 16 cans or more. And yeah, I mean, all of our products on the promotional side, they're the exact same products that you're going to find at Macy's, Nordstrom's, Williams Sonoma. Um, I can't think of Pottery Barn. They're the exact same items. There's no difference. The only difference in the product is that yours is going to have a logo on it. That's the only difference. So, and more and more people are liking to use the retail brand options, and again, for that high quality. We did roll out this year our new 1 unit decorated dropship program, and not a lot of suppliers do that as well. This is new for us. So basically, you're going to be able to order one-offs decorated. And how that works for us is we like to have you pick a few items. um, if you have like an existing program or a web store, or you want to open up a web store for your employees, we're going to ask you to just pick a few items. We can pick a couple, help you search through the products, do a couple from each brand line, or whatever it is to fit your price point or theme. And then we'll go ahead and do some virtuals for that, those items. Once you approve all of those virtuals, then I send all that information over to another department of ours, and we will create a custom SKU for you, and you will use that on all of your orders, and that SKU will generate in our system with that item and your specific logo. And every time you place an order, we'll be able to get those out in 24 hours. 24 to 48 hours, depending on what time you send in the order. But we're really excited about that. And so far, I think we have about 15 different companies that are using the 1 unit decorated dropship program. Once we get everything set up, again, it goes super fast, super smooth. You don't really have to think about it. So if again, have a company web store, or a program that you want to set up. And then we have regular programs as well for, bulk programs and blank options. You can always do blanks as well.
I was just going to jump in and say just a couple things on that. I know it can feel vague, but it sounds to me like the sort of the watershed is what program. And by program, it's like obviously we do the online shops, which some people on the call are familiar with. Some watching after the fact might also be familiar with, but some may not. And it's an area of our business that we're continuing to try to push and grow. But and it sounds to me, Holly, like it's like if it doesn't necessarily have to be online, but it would be part of a program, for example, as a maybe years of service for your employees or some sort of incentive gift for customers or something like that. Even if it's
Yeah.
somewhat analog, would still be considered a program. And then obviously online shops would qualify as well. And so what's great about this is that you're able to, if we can build a program for some use case that you have, we're able to take some of these items and offer them. These are nicer, higher price point items, and it can lower the risk factor, and we can make them available in some instances in single quantity. And the thing to keep in mind, the only thing to keep in mind with that is that in all cases that would pretty much mean we're paying a shipping charge for each individual item going out. But it is a very interesting opportunity, I think, for us and for our customers, especially through the online shops. And then you're already where I wanted to go next. We got about 4 minutes
Mhm.
left, but I'm excited to just kind of end with the license stuff because they have access to that as well.
Yeah, perfect. Again, real quick on the drop ship program, pricing for that is going to be a little bit different, but it's going to include everything. It's going to include your drop ship fees, setups, reorders, all of that. So it's all bundled up nice for you. And again, one-time approval, and it's good for all items. So
And so to
um,
really quick to get that pricing, they would want to reach out to us and say, hey, we're interested in including this in our
absolutely.
program. And we would come to you. And then if there's not like a nice clean place necessarily where they can go see all that pricing, but you would get that information to us if they're interested.
Exactly. Yes. And okay, so licensing. We actually, you can see here, we are licensed with NFL, college, NHL, MLB. We do have some entertainment licensing as well. And I love the licensed products. So, um, we were saying before we started in the beginning, my husband and I, we just went to a Los Angeles Angels game. He's a huge Angels fan, and so we have a lot of Angels gear at our house that's picnic time. The licensed products you can do as one-offs. There's no restrictions, no setup fees, no less than minimums that you have to adhere to. They're all print on demand. We ship them out in about 2 to 3 business days. So you just go on, pick which, league you're going into, grab your team. You can go through, click on any item, and see these. If you're ever in a position where you're an official sponsor of a team, then we can also help you with co-branding. But these are also great items for gifting. We've had people let us know that they'll go out and ask their employees, who's your favorite football team or who's your favorite baseball team, and then they'll place orders for a couple of this team and a couple of that team, and be able to do holiday gifting in a different way, and give them. People love their sports teams, right? We know that people are big sports fans. So this is a great way to really kind of customize your gifting experience. You could give everyone a Toronto backpack and have everyone have their favorite sports team on there. So we have all of the NFL, NHL, and MLB, and then collegiate, we have about 90 schools. And then with entertainment licensing, you can see here we have Harry Potter, Disney Princess, Pixar, Friends, Star Wars, Disney, DC, Coca-Cola. Again, it's going to be the same thing. You can do these as one-offs, no LTM fees, no setup fees or anything. So you're just kind of one and done on these. Great, great family options on these ones as well. Was there any particular licensing that you wanted to kind of look at a little bit more?
No, so I really like the licensing idea, just covering it the way that you did, because I think in particular for employee and really customers, I think if you we've got a lot of customers I know are big in our neck of the woods, U of L fans, UK fans. I mean, I'm a big Ohio State fan. And what we've found is that it's just interesting. They make great gifts when you know those kind of things. It makes it more personalized without necessarily putting a person's name on it. So I think there's definite use cases when customer and employees have a particular affinity for a team. So this is just another great way. And these are one-piece minimums because they're just standard items. And if we're not co-branding or doing anything at all, this is perfect for the sales team that knows that a really important customer is a huge Purdue fan and wants to pick something and send it. There's a place, I think at times for things that are not, that don't have our logo. I think the base idea is always we're trying to build relationships with customers and employees, and this is a way I think that you can do that. So
yeah, absolutely. And it's, they're great for raffles, giveaways, things like that too.
that's
So,
another great idea is because we get asked a lot to provide things at golf outings that they can make as part, put as part of silent auctions or, winning golf teams, things like that. So, it's definitely a sideline thing. We've never really focused on this, but I like the fact that we make sure to focus on this and make sure that people know that it's an option. Cause I do think there's ways that we can leverage it.
yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, good. Anything else, Holly, or does that wrap up what you had for us?
I think that's about it.
Okay. Well, does anybody? I know that everyone's been listening. Not a ton of chatter in the chat, or action in the chat. But does anyone have any questions or anything that they want to clarify? If not, we will be going ahead and wrapping up on time. So I think in summary, I really appreciated the fact that again, picnic time. The family of brands, and then underneath, and it even helped me because I know when I first started coming to picnic time, I was a little unclear on what is picnic time, what's Oniva, what's Toscana, the fact that the picnic time portion is pretty obvious, and then pointing out that Oniva's outdoor, Toscana is the indoor food type stuff, Legacy is barware. It really, I think it organizes it really well to make sure people can easily understand, how it's set up, and obviously there's a lot of flexibility on quantities. There's a lot of decoration options, and we're here to sample as always. So, with that, I want to leave it. If anybody has anything, please unmute or put something in the chat, and we'll go ahead and wrap up even a couple of minutes early here. Make sure to reach out to our sales team. If anything interests you, we'll follow up after this, and see if you're looking for any pricing or samples.
Just a quick question on the NCAA, really, it doesn't really matter, but any of the logoed items, can you do a dual logo, meaning the NCAA team and my company?
If you're an official sponsor of that team.
Okay, so that is not likely unless Landon is moving into official sponsorships.
Yeah, it's you can you can do initials. So if you're not an official sponsor of the team but you want to do personalization, they will allow us to do initials, and I believe you get up to 3 initials. We do still have to get those approved through our licensing team because they just want to make sure that you're not using 3 initials that say the team sucks, or whatever. So, but you can do personalization in that way. So if you're not an official sponsor of the team.
Got
awesome. Anybody else? All right. Well, Holly, thank you again for your time. I appreciate it. Be on the lookout. So just to look forward to July. This year's flying by for me. It's probably the same for everybody else. So in July, we're excited. We're bringing a new partner on in July that we haven't had before, called Visions Awards. And awards is a space we've probably underperformed a little bit in at times, but they've got a really unique approach. So we're excited to bring them to you next month. And then we'll be doing our live event in August. So with that, everybody have a great day. You'll have communication coming out soon on next month. And thanks again for joining.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.